everyone. Welcome again to A Course in Miracles Live. We are going through the workbook lessons of A Course in Miracles, taking the hand of Jesus. He is leading us day by day, moment by moment, for the mind training of forgiveness, of learning to forgive and be forgiven, of forgiving ourselves for believing we could be separate from our Creator and that we could make up an identity apart from our Christ self. And this means we are clearing all the cobwebs of our mind so we can accept the truth, I am as God created me, and accept the correction or the atonement for this error of ego. So today we are on workbook lesson number 42. This is the workbook part 1. This is review 4. My mind holds only what I think with God. I thank my Father for His gifts to me. Let me remember I am one with God. My mind holds only what I think with God. I thank my Father for His gifts to me. Let me remember I am one with God. And for support for this lesson, we're going to the text of A Course in Miracles, chapter 4, The Illusions of the Ego, and this is section 4. This need not be. If you cannot hear the voice for God, it is because you do not choose to listen. That you do listen to the voice of your ego is demonstrated by your attitudes, your feelings, and your behavior. Yet this is what you want. This is what you are fighting to keep and what you are vigilant to save. Your mind is filled with schemes to save the face of your ego, and you do not seek the face of Christ. The glass in which the ego seeks to see its face is dark indeed. How can it maintain the trick of its existence except with mirrors? But where you look to find yourself is up to you. I have said that you cannot change your mind by changing your behavior, but I have also said, and many times, that you can change your mind. When your mood tells you that you have chosen wrongly, and this is so whenever you are not joyous, then no, this need not be. In every case you have thought wrongly about some brother God created, and are perceiving images your ego makes in a darkened glass. Think honestly what you have thought that God would not have thought, and what you have not thought that God would have you think. Search sincerely for what you have done and left undone accordingly, and then change your mind to think with God's. This may seem hard to do, but it is much easier than trying to think against it. Your mind is one with God's. Denying this and thinking otherwise has held your ego together, but has literally split your mind. And as a loving brother, I am deeply concerned with your mind, and urge you to follow my example as you look at yourself and at your brother, and see in both the glorious creations of a glorious Father. When you are sad, know this need not be. Depression comes from a sense of being deprived of something you want but do not have. Remember that you are deprived of nothing except by your own decisions, and then decide otherwise. When you are anxious, realize that anxiety comes from the capriciousness of the ego, and know this need not be. You can be as vigilant against the ego's dictates as for them. When you feel guilty, remember the ego has indeed violated the laws of God, but you have not. Leave the sins of the ego to me. That is what atonement is for. But until you change your mind about those whom your ego has hurt, the atonement cannot release you. While you feel guilty, your ego is in command, but because only the ego can experience guilt. This need not be. Watch your mind for the temptations of the ego and do not be deceived by it. It offers you nothing. When you have given up this voluntary dispiriting, you will see that how your mind can focus and rise above fatigue and heal. Yet you are not sufficiently vigilant against the demands of the ego to disengage yourself. This need not be. The habit of engaging with God and His creations is easily made if you actively refuse to let your mind slip away. The problem is not one of concentration, it is the belief that no one, including yourself, is worth consistent effort. Side with me consistently against this deception, and do not permit this shabby belief to pull you back. The disheartened are useless to themselves and to me, but only the ego can be disheartened. Have you really considered how many opportunities you have had to gladden yourself, and how many of them you have refused? There is no limit to the power of a Son of God, but He can limit the expression of His power as much as He chooses. Your mind and mine can unite in shining your ego away, releasing the strength of God into everything you think and do. Do not settle for anything less than this, and refuse to accept anything but this as your goal. Watch your mind carefully for any beliefs that hinder its accomplishment, and step away from them. Judge how well you have done this by your own feelings, for this is the one right use of judgment. Judgment, like any other defense, can be used to attack or protect, to hurt or to heal. The ego should be brought to judgment and found wanting there. Without your own allegiance, protection, and love, the ego cannot exist. Let it be judged truly, and you must withdraw allegiance, protection, and love from it. You are a mirror of truth in which God Himself shines in perfect light. To the ego's dark glass you need but say, I will not look there because I know these images are not true. Then let the Holy One shine on you in peace, knowing that this and only this must be. His mind shone on you in your creation and brought your mind into being. His mind still shines on you and must shine through you. Your ego cannot prevent Him from shining on you, but it can prevent you from letting Him shine through you. Okay, powerful stuff. That's strong words to help us remember my mind holds only what I think with God. And I thank my Father for His gifts to me. Let me remember I am one with God. And I have a beautiful, soft, still, tranquil, serene song from my friend Resta to take us into that. My mind holds only what I think with God. Yeah. Let's hear that.
In the center, a presence tender clears away my anxious thoughts. In the silence, soft and quiet, I surrender all to God. Peace enfolds me, Spirit holds me, and God knows me as I am. Light is blessing. Mind is resting. I'm confessing love for God. In the spaces between the moments, love erases all that's not. In the vastness within our atoms, life in gladness sings of God. Peace enfolds me, Spirit holds me, and God knows me as I am. Light is blessing, mind is resting. I'm confessing love for God. In the center, a presence tender clears away my anxious thoughts. In the silence, soft and quiet, I surrender all to God, all to God.
So soft. Perfect. Thank you, God. Okay, we ease into the day. My mind holds only what I think with God. I thank my Father for his gifts to me. Let me remember I am one with God. Have a blessed day.